Hello, Frank, I'm Asya. So today I'm coming with a review, an offering from the house of Sillage. We're going to be looking at Dignified. Comes in this beautiful compact presentation here, beautiful textured box here. At the front you have a metal plate with Dignified on it. At the back you have more information. Batch code in this divider there. Opens this way, kind of looks like a Rojadov presentation, and then inside you have this sleek looking bottle here. Just simple but elegant. And then you have a mechanism at the top that actually reveals the sprayer right there. So simple but elegant, I think. Beautiful presentation. So what do I get out of Dignified? So I get two distinct phases. So the first phase, the opening, what you're gonna get is this beautiful vetiver leading fragrance. You're gonna get a blast of cardamom, a citrusy vetiver with a slightly rooty, slightly smoky, woody tone to that vetiver, along with some beautiful soft saffron and cloves here. I think here the saffron and the cloves here are the smoothest type of spices that I've smelled in this composition. It's just amazing. Like I said in the beginning, is going to be secondary notes, the saffron and then the cloves are, and then the leading note is going to be your vetiver. So you're going to get a combination of cardamom, citrusy vetiver with a rooty core and with a slightly smoky woody core in the background. As it evolves though, that cardamom citrusy vetiver is going to tone down and then reveal more of that woody, slightly smoky core in the dry down. The saffron in the dry down is going to give off that slightly leathery core as well. So in the opening, what you're going to get is cardamom, citrusy vetiver, beautiful spices coming from the saffron, and then the cloves. Cloves here is not coming off as too culinary, as it adds just that slight warmth, slight sweetness, and then light spicy core to the fragrance. And then the saffron in the opening or for the first stage is going to give you that slightly bitter sweet, slightly leathery core, with the leather revealing more of itself in the dry down. So in the dry down you get more of the smoky woody facet of the vetiver, not the citrusy cardamom like opening that you get, and then you're gonna get a slightly leathery core that is coming more off from the saffron, and then the clove is still there but is toned down in the dry down. So to recap, what you're going to get is this beautiful, for the first stage, you get a beautiful cardamom citrusy vetiver rooty. In the background of that vetiver, you get a slightly smoky woody core, along with the beautiful spices coming from the saffron here. Really smooth, just adding a slight bittersweet quality, and then a light leathery core to the fragrance, and the cloves there adding warmth, and then a sweet, slightly spicy core to the fragrance for the first half. And then for the other half though, you lose the citrusy vetiver and then the cardamom core with the vetiver, and then you get more of that slightly smoky woody core along with the leathery facet coming from the saffron, and then the clove is still there but tamed down there. That's pretty much what you get out of the fragrance. The blend is really smooth, and it comes off as really serious and a little mature. As a point of reference, if you've tried Dior Eau Sauvage, the Parfum version, or Parfum de Mali Burley, they're along the same genre, but a more serious tone because of that smoky vetiver, smoky woody core there, and then the saffron adding a little bit of a leathery facet there, and then the aromatic facet coming from the cloves. They're in the same genre, so if you like any of these, you're more likely to also like Dignified, but there's a more serious take on vetiver there, drying down to a smoky woody vetiver with that slightly leathery core from the beautiful soft saffron. Like I said, the spices here are not overpowering or coming off as culinary, they're just smooth. So not the same, in the same genre. Eau Sauvage, the EDP version, is actually heavier, has more of that sweet core here because of the myrrh, and then Burley has also that slightly cardamom like vetiver with a citrusy core, and then a foresty floor here, more on the playful side when you compare it to Dignified, which comes off more formal, more serious take on vetiver there. So that's as a point of reference there. Now for longevity, longevity, actually this one is really good. I get easily 8+ hours of longevity. Projection was okay. For the first 2 hours I could smell it. At the end of the day when I was walking to my car, actually I'm suspecting it might be body heat as I was walking. I could smell it at the end of the day, but in between for hours at a time I couldn't smell any projection. But since I was able to actually get whiffs of it at the end of the day when I was walking to my car, I'm gonna say projection is good there, so average to good. So overall, I get a good performance out of this one. Now, in terms of seasonality, I think with the heat there, it will work better. So I would say summer and then spring. I can see myself pulling this one off during fall as well because of that slightly smoky, woody accord that I get in the dry down, along with that slight leathery accord from the saffron and the aromatic facet from the cloves there. So just beautiful there. For occasions, I would say formal, going to the office. I would not wear this to a date because it comes off as serious formal and then a little bit mature there. And then transitioning to age there, it doesn't matter if you like the fragrance, but I think the tone of the fragrance there lends itself to people that are going to appreciate it being in the elderly category or mature category there. As for gender, I think this one is masculine. If I was going to rate this one, take into account the price, which is $285 for 75 ml. The blend, beautiful blend, smooth there, formal. For me, I'll get most use out of it because out of the week I'm in the office at least 5 days a week. So I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this one. Performance is great as well, but if I had a sample and then I could only get it at a $285 price point, I would not have gotten a bottle. I was actually able to get this one for well under $200. At that price point, I think it is worth it. So you have to test it and see if it's a scent that you're going to find yourself wearing a lot, if it's something that really appeals to you. Like I said, in the same genre as Eau Sauvage, the Parfum version, or Burley by Parfum de Marly there. They're not too similar, but in the same genre. So you might want to test this one and then see if you prefer the other ones better, or if this is something that you can own without being redundant or without being forgotten or left on a shelf to collect dust there. But for me, it's gonna be getting a lot of wear there. So if I was gonna rate this, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's a great fragrance. Now, before I go, let me know down in the comment section below which one you want me to review next. I have these two. So number one and then number two. Number one being the popular one so far. So let me know down in the comment section below what you want me to review. Otherwise, I'm gonna go with number one. If you've tried anything from the house, let me know which one is your favorite. Thank you for watching, and then take care. Bye.